Hey, my loves, before we get started, I have some super exciting news, and I couldn't wait to share it with all of you. Because we are in this time of Lent, of sacrifice, of 40 days of growing together with God, I thought, what a better offer than to give you all a chance to try coaching for 40 days. So I decided to offer a 40-day of support. These are going to be 40 days in which I am offering you one-on-one coaching sessions, and I also give you one-on-one support through Marco Polo. I will be there with you walking for the next 40 days, and you will not believe the change that these days will have in your life. And I'm so excited for you to experience it. On top of that, the investment is only $400. You will have a one-on-one coach for the next 40 days, and all you need to invest is $10 per day. I wanted this to be accessible and just enjoyable, and have this be an opportunity where you get to try coaching with me and have so much impact in your life. Cannot wait to see what you will create. This is going to be so much fun. But I also want you to know that I am limiting this to 10 women. So if you are interested in being one of these 10 amazing women that join the 40-day of support, I will leave both links in the description, and I cannot wait to see you inside. All right, for now, go enjoy the podcast. Welcome to the Catholic Life Coach Podcast. My name is Carla Fitz. I am a certified life coach, wife, and mom of 2 beautiful little girls. My hope for this podcast is to offer support and empower other Catholic women to live their most authentic life, to share life coaching tools from a Catholic perspective in order to help you live a more fulfilling life filled with peace, joy, and abundance. Let's get started. Hello and welcome. I'm so happy to be here with you guys. So happy. I have like extra energy this week, which is really nice because in case you have not noticed, especially in the past few podcasts, I have had such low energy. This baby has been taking it all away, and it's okay. He can take whatever he needs or she needs. I don't know yet. But I am enjoying having some just extra energy and feeling more myself again, which has been super nice. And to be fully honest, just sharing very openly here, I am so thankful I get to hug my babies again, because I have 2 beautiful little girls who love to be hugged and snuggle, and I love snuggling them, and not being able to get close to either of them has been really rough. And so I'm just so thankful for those hugs. It's so funny because it always happens that when you have something amazing, we tend to take it for granted, or we can take it for granted, or not notice that they are indeed amazing until you don't have them anymore. And it is so difficult when something you love so much gets taken away and you can't do much about it. And that's what it was for me in the last 5 weeks, where just my children would come near to me and I'm like, oh gosh, you smell awful. Go away. So having the freedom to snuggle them up again, it's been just so much joy brought back to my heart. So yeah, anyhow, just crazy life aside, I hope you guys are having an amazing week. I have been having a really nice week. We have these Franciscan, the friars, priests. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry, you guys. But anyhow, they're visiting our church, and they have had holy hours every night since Monday. And I have been loving it. I was able to go on Monday, and they had some talks that they shared with us, some experiences. And I will be sharing in the next podcast about that too, because this is actually not the podcast I intended to release this week. But you know what? I am just trusting that this is what God needs me to talk about this week. So we're just going to play things by ear. But anyhow, I have been really enjoying the holy hours, and just, it's been really nice to be so close to the Eucharist. And yeah, it's been super powerful. So last night we took our girls again, and it was our two girls, my husband and my sister, sitting together, and they did the healing procession. I always have to think about that word, where they just walk in front of you with the Eucharist, and you get to be right in front of Jesus to be healed, to let go of those things that you have been holding on to. And it's just in that moment, I had this sensation of so much love, of so much abundance, of so much joy. And that's what's been coming up for me when I was preparing for the podcast, because I recorded the podcast for this week and then I was just like, I just need to do another one. And I think this is it. So anyhow, it's been very, very, very powerful. So yeah, I'll be sharing some pictures of that procession in my Instagram. So if you are not following me, why are you not following me? Go ahead and follow me at the Catholic Life Coach. That's an Instagram. So if you guys are not following me, go do that. I will be sharing some things in the Instagram account. Anyhow, it is 5 minutes into it, and I'm like, I have you all in front of me, and I'm having a conversation with you, which I am. Today, we are going to talk about abundance. Abundance is one of those things that I feel like we never finish learning. We never are done learning how to feel abundant, how to share abundantly, and how to just live our life abundantly. And abundance is one of those things that God intended for us. We were created to live a life of abundance in His love, in His presence, in His care for us. And it's something that I think we need to relearn, because our humanity and the fall all took us to a place of lack, where we don't have enough, where we're not good enough, where we gotta be protective and take control over the things that we do have so that it doesn't get taken away. And that is not the experience that God wants us to live as human beings. The experience that He wants us to live is in His presence and in His peace, always. But this isn't easy, and I am with you. It's not easy. It's something that takes practice. So I thought to talk about abundance in 4 different ways today. And this will probably not be the last time I talk about abundance. So let's just get into it, shall we? So the first way that I would love to talk about abundance is actually in giving. Because when I was little, and I'm sure that if you guys took math, you had a similar lesson in which they taught you that if you had 5 apples and you gave away 3, you would be left with 2. And if we follow that math, we are always left with less, which is the reason why we are always trying to protect, to not get rid of too much, to not give too much, to just hold on to our things so that we don't lose it, right? But I listened to this Venezuelan lady. She's amazing. It wasn't me, I promise. Talk about this math problem, because it's not true. The reality is that in our life, like in true life, that's not how it works. I actually love thinking about this problem in a different way, because if you have 5 apples and you say to your friends, okay, listen, I have 5 apples. I'm going to give away 3 to you, and you. Now you have spread the love. Now you perhaps made 3 new friends. Perhaps those 3 new friends will share your goodness with someone else, and that someone else will bring something else back to you. But when you live in a state of abundance, you give to others, trusting that it will always come back to you tenfold. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this, but I've had moments in which I donated some money, and then all of a sudden, a few weeks later, I receive an unexpected check in the mail. When you give from a place of abundance, when you give from a place of enoughness, when you give from a place of, I trust God to take care of this, and you let it go without expecting anything back, it's beautiful. It doesn't take anything away from you. It expands you. And it also expands the human experience for you and other people. Now, with this, I also want to mention that there is a big difference between actual abundance and quote unquote abundance. Because what I put into quote unquote abundance is like, I'm going to do this for you so that you do this for me. That's not abundance, okay? That is trying to control, trying to do something for someone else and expecting them to do something for you. That's not what I mean, okay? We cannot control abundance. We can just simply give. We can simply open our hearts and trust that there is enough in the world for all of us, that we are always taken care of. Okay, number 2 is actually not being attached to the things that you have, is sharing. And this doesn't mean just things like physical things. It also means your knowledge, your wisdom. It means not holding back on referring someone to someone else that you know. It's you practicing that just because you are going to share this person with someone else is not going to take anything away from you. For example, my coach, she has a brilliant assistant. She's amazing. And my coach the other day got asked, hey, do you know of someone that would be able to help me with an assistant position? And my coach's response was, yes, of course. Here. And she recommended her assistant. Someone who is in lack, who does not believe that God is taking care of us, would say, oh, I don't know, and recommend someone else. But she trusts that because she's taken care of her own assistant, that there is enough to go around. She trusts that promoting her and helping her grow, it's also going to help her grow. It's just something that in a lot of us is like, oh, I can't tell her about this person because then this person will leave me. that is not a place of abundance. It is wanting what's best for the other person and trusting that you will also be taken care of. This also goes to like your knowledge, right? I'm going to be full on honest right now and tell you that I really hesitated a long while ago to do these podcasts because I was afraid that I was going to share too much. And as I'm doing the podcast, I realize more and more that I can't possibly share too much, that I cannot give you in the podcast nearly as much as I'm going to give you if you are working with me one-on-one. And that is why I try to share what I'm thinking, what I have to share with you guys, what I have learned, my experiences, my love. I want to share it here, and it's all for free. And in doing so, I am trusting that this will help you and that God is also taking care of me. And that is like the most satisfying thing, to be able to give and trust that what you're giving is being appreciated and that you're also taken care of. That actually goes into my third one, and it is trusting. Trusting that there is always going to be enough. Trusting that God is going to provide for you. Trusting that you, yourself, are so valuable and that God is always taking care of you. You've never been alone. You've never been forgotten, and you will never be forgotten. And then the last thing is joy. But not joy for later. It is an abundant joy now. Today I heard Father Mike talk about how the root of joy is love. And that makes so much sense, right? Because when we love other people, when we give with love, when we welcome with love, when we share our own love, we feel so good. And we need to trust and know that we have enough now. That we don't need to wait for that goal, for that success, for that dream to come true in order to feel joyful, in order to feel abundant. Abundance is a feeling, but it's also a state of being. It is something that you will need. It is something that you practice. It is something that you have access to also at all times. Why? Because you have God with you, within you. And God is abundant. God is there to give you all that you need when you need it. He is not cheap. He is not in lack. He's like, here, have it all. Why? Because I love you. You are loved in abundance. And that feeling of abundance will help you grow so much more than staying in lack. The other thing that Father was talking about was actually that joy is caused by where we focused our attention on. And I'm like, yes, bingo. Because sadness and worry also come from where we focus our attention on. If we are focused on the things that we do not have, the lack grows. If we are focused on, oh, that person has that and I don't, the lack grows. But when you are focused on purpose, on the things that you do have, on how you have been taken care of so far, on how much you have to offer the world, on the love that you have around you, if you are focused on the little things and appreciating the little things, your joy grows, your abundance grows. Often the mistake is made because we believe that the feeling of abundance comes with having more. We believe that if we have more money, we will feel abundant. If we have a bigger house, we will feel abundant. If we have a job that we desire, we will feel abundant there, then. But what we find is that when we get to that goal, nothing changes. If you do not change the emotion within you, the thoughts inside of you, your focus, that feeling does not change with your circumstances. We tend to believe that it is the circumstance that will help us feel a certain way. And that is not true. Your circumstance can stay the exact same way. They might not ever change, and you will always have authority of how you feel about them. And the same thing happens with abundance. If you want to feel abundant, know that you have access to it now. You do not need to wait for anything to change for you to start feeling abundant. I also want to touch on the fact that if you are working on something, if you are working towards a goal, or you are changing some things, or you are wanting to change a relationship, or if you're wanting to lose weight, or whatever it is that you are trying to achieve, I want to tell you that the sooner you are able to access that abundance, the sooner you are able to reach and access that part of you who actually believes and feels like it's enough now, the sooner you will reach that goal. Because what happens is that when our brain is in lack, you are graspy. You want to get there faster. You force it. You want to take control. You want to do it on your own. And like we talked in the last podcast, when you are trying to do it yourself and be self-sufficient, all you do is slow yourself down. All you do is stand in God's way. You're like a thing in the way where it's like God is like, oh my gosh, can you just move? Can you just move over here where you trust me so that I can move things for you and make this easier? The sooner you are able to access that abundance, the sooner you're able to find joy where you are at today, the sooner you'll be able to move. The sooner you'll be able to grow and to become that person. And the last thing I want to say to you in this podcast is that if you practice feeling abundant now, if you practice feeling joyful now, you will be able to enjoy your goal much more. Because when that goal is met, you would have become and gotten there to that goal already feeling worthy, already feeling abundant and loved and taken care of. And when you get to that goal, then you're not so afraid of losing it. Then you're not spending time ruminating in the what could happen, what could go wrong. because you have been practicing already being enough. You have access to that abundance now. That is an amazing news for each and every one of us. God wants us to live in abundance now. I'm not saying don't go after your dreams. I'm saying enjoy your life today. Learn to live fully today, because today is all we have, right? Like the past is done and the future is not here yet, and we have no idea if it's coming. So it is important for us to feel abundant, loved, and cared for now. You can do this. I'm doing it with you. It's an everyday process. I love you all. Have an amazing week and practice feeling abundant. Oh, before I go, I should probably tell you, it's a simple process. Allow yourself to spend some quiet time. You can sit on your bed or on the floor, whatever you find comfortable, and welcome the Holy Spirit. And then sit in that place of, I am taken care of. Think of how God has provided for you so far. Think of how much love you have right now. Think of your home and how you're protected right now. Think of the money that comes in every week or every other week or every month that's always coming in. Think of the people who are supporting you and caring for you. Think of God's love for you now. And feel that emotion that comes in with all of the things that you have right now. Practice being in that state of feeling abundant. Practice feeling it in your body and in your mind and in your soul. It's so much fun. It's so life-changing. It's awesome. Anyhow, you guys enjoy it. Have an amazing rest of your week. And until next week, God bless. Thank you so much for joining us in the Catholic Life Coach podcast. If you are ready to dive deeper into life coaching from a Catholic perspective, I want to invite you to schedule a free consultation for you to experience the power of one-on-one coaching. I will help you find more joy and align your goals with your faith, as well as embracing the abundant life that God desires for each one of us. If you are interested, the link is in the description. Until next time, God bless.